Hi everyone and welcome to episode 73 of United City Randomiser. So form has been pretty good in the last couple of games. We've got a couple of wins in the Bundesliga and a couple of draws in recent games. So, not too bad. German Cup we went through against Köln, which is perfectly brilliant. We'll play Düsseldorf in the quarterfinals later in April, so that's something to look forward to. We had our first leg against West Ham, which we won 2-0, which was a brilliant result. And we play the second game against West Ham today. That's the game for this particular episode. So we've got a really good advantage, and I'm hopeful that there won't be any issues in the second leg. But, decent opposition and in a decent competition. So we've got to be on our wits a little bit and make sure that we perform as well as we can. So where does that leave us at the moment? Well, we've got Düsseldorf in the next round of the Cup in April. We play West Ham today. And in terms of the Bundesliga, we sit 3 points clear over Dortmund at the top of the table, which is brilliant. Our form has been all right. It's been pretty good, but I would say a couple more draws than I would have liked, and therefore the gap has closed slightly. We had about a 5-point gap recently, I think it was, maybe even a 7-point gap at one point, and so that's closed a little bit, and you can see that the vultures are beginning to circle a little bit. If we can't arrest some of those draws and get back to winning ways more consistently, then these sort of three teams below us are all circling and waiting for us to slip up a little bit and try and gain an advantage over us. So we do have to continue to play well and keep up some good form. So if you look at the games in the next few days, we play West Ham today, obviously. Then we got Hoffenheim, who currently sit 13th, Werder Bremen 17th, Hertha Berlin in 10th, Nuremberg in 16th and Mainz in 8th. So you can see that between now and the Cup game we've got some pretty good winnable games. I'm hopeful that we can pick up some good points here and really cement our place at the top of the league. Because if you look after that, we do have some slightly tougher games. We've got Bayern and Dortmund and Wolfsburg and, Mönchengladbach. They're all pretty decent size coming up in the last section. So this is the period really coming up in the next few weeks where we have to get some good points on the table and really cement ourselves at the top of the division, and then see if we can hold on through some harder games towards the back end of the season. So that's all to come. In terms of everything else, you can see that our finances are not great. We took some chances in the transfer window just to reinvent ourselves slightly and put some money down on some players. It's left us slightly bad at the moment, but the great thing about the Bundesliga is, especially if we finish top. I mean, let's go and see what we would win if we finish top. So if we go to the rules, so I mean, look, first place gets £98 million. That's a huge amount of money, and will wipe out the debt and gives us loads of money to spend and all sorts of things. So anywhere in the top four gives us a real good amount of income in terms of prize money. So I'm not so bothered at this moment about the fact that the finances are not brilliant at this point in the season. Obviously I'd like them to be better, but we took us some chances, and this time next year it won't be that bad, because this coming summer, whenever we reach it, we won't be doing that much business. We'll do one or two bits, absolutely, but we've got some youngsters coming through which we've looked at, the likes of Samoilov, who's continually improving, and he's only 16, so he'll be in our first team squad next season. And there's a couple of others to look at in here as they progress. And you can see that they're sitting top of their division as well, which is really good. So you can see we've got lots of potential there. So yeah, the finance is not great, but it will improve. But anyway, that's for the summer. We'll figure that out when we get the prize money in and sort that out in the summer. As I say, everything else is going pretty well. Form is pretty good, but a few more draws than we'd like. Couple of injuries just to look in on the squad as we prepare for today's game. You can see that both Gimber and Gravenberch is a huge miss, isn't he? He's topping all of our charts in terms of goals scored and all sorts of things this season from midfield. He's been brilliant. And he's not out for long. He's only got a couple more days, really, a few more days, about a week to go before he's back in training. But he's just going to miss out on this particular game. And Gimber is similar, really. He's got about a few days left before he's coming back into training. So those two are out, but that just leaves opportunities for other people, and that's what we have a squad for, so it's all fine. So today's team is Kabul in goal, Breyer at right back, Lenhoff at left back, Denilson and Horacio in central defence, Gomez as the deep-lying playmaker, Siflidis as the box-to-box midfielder, Mount as the attacking Metzala, Gundogdu on the right, Abandu on the left, and Shad up top, with a bench of Adelworth, I don't know why I called him that then, Adelworth, DeMarco, Saiki, Bischler, Schweiger, Maya, and Procella. So yeah, that's everything we need to know. We've got a decent opposition, but we've got 2 goal advantage from the first leg, so let's get into today's game and see what happens. So I've tried to motivate them by saying that the first leg now means nothing. This is a brand new match and we've got to make sure that we win it. That seemed to get them motivated and gain some focus, which is really positive. So you can see that we're at home, which is also really positive. Hopefully it'll be a big sellout kind of crowd, which looks pretty good, doesn't it, compared to some of our league matches. Obviously, we've got a huge stadium that we filled, we need to fill, just because the start of the game on the randomiser element of this save meant that we got a big stadium, so we created one. But yeah, it hasn't always been full, but today looks pretty good. So we get kickoff and an opportunity to attack down the right with Gundogdu, crosses it in, but the West Ham defence get it clear. Faff about a bit at the back, so hopefully we can get a foot in and keep them sort of pushed back in their own half a little bit, but they've still got the ball and they're using their what seems to be quite a patient build up from the back, and hopefully once it gets into the sort of midfield, there's a mistake, and Shad brilliant, there you go, I said it, they were faffing about at the back and they were playing patiently, that's fine, but you know, we sniffed out an opportunity and Shad got a foot in, nicked it off a defender, stepped through on goal and powered it into the bottom corner of the net, which was a brilliant goal. So Cork back to Fry, but it was intercepted there by Shad, and left-footed powers it past the goalkeeper, and we take a 1-0 lead in the home leg. We've got a 2-goal away leg win, remember, so I think that even after 6 minutes, we're looking really, really strong, and I don't see any other result than us winning this particular game, really, or at least the tie. Here we go for a corner kick to the far post. Denilson, Horacio, the 2 central defensive partnership there. Brilliant. So the corner comes in and it goes to the far post for Denilson, who heads it back across goal, and at the near post then is Horacio, and he pokes it home. There you go for Denilson, and left-footed Horacio puts it past the goalkeeper in the bottom corner. Lovely goal. Lovely opportunity to show that on corner kicks and free kicks, etc., we're doing very well this season, even when Gravenberch isn't there to take them. Again, we build up from the back this time into Mount in central midfield, and Mount and Gomez play keep ball with Siflidis, and back to Gomez. As long as we don't get caught in the same trap that West Ham did, we'll be fine, but we don't. We get it out wide right, and Gundogdu gets an opportunity to run and continues to run, puts it into Shad, and vicious shot, but it goes slightly wide by Shad, but really lovely move, keeping the ball at the back out wide to Gundogdu, who had a really good run, and Shad on the shot just slightly wide. Here comes Felipe Anderson, but Siflidis with a brilliant foot in and great challenge there, and Breyer ends up with the ball, and again we build up very well from the back, keep the ball nicely, find the spaces and eventually get it out again wide right to Gundogdu as a run, but is stopped short, and Rice comes back with the ball, and Felipe Anderson again. But again Siflidis with a challenge and gets the ball back, and again Gundogdu has another opportunity. So yeah, bit of an interesting period of play there, but we still maintain possession of the ball, having lost it a couple of times and won it back. And again Gundogdu with a good run, passes out wide left to Abando, cross comes in, half cleared, but on the volley on the edge of the box, Siflidis, what a brilliant strike that is, right on the volley, powers it home, really well controlled shot. Right from the edge of the box, but again lovely play, we kept the ball, we won it back a couple of times. Gundogdu over the top for Abando, crosses it in, half cleared, but on the volley, right footed, powers it past the goalkeeper, who stood no chance with that one, and rightly celebrated by Siflidis and the team. Brilliant first half, isn't it? 3-0 up in the first half against West Ham in the first half of our second leg. Here we go again, 4-0 up. Denilson off a Mount free kick. So you may notice that Gravenberch takes most of our free kicks, but Mount is the backup if Gravenberch isn't there, because they play in the same position, and it means that I don't have to move any players around when different players are taking free kicks, etc., from different positions in terms of the free kick creation aspect of the game. So it just means that whoever's in that central midfield Mezzala role is good enough to take our free kicks, etc. So yeah, there's some consistency there. Bit of a piece of advice for anybody wanting to build some free kick tactics. If you can find the same position to take them all, and whoever it is your alternate version of that player, then you don't have to move anything around, which is great. So yeah, both Gravenberch and Mount are doing really, really well in terms of providing for others, and Gravenberch obviously in scoring. But there you go, 4-0 up at half time, 6-0 up on aggregate. I think we can all just go down the pub and have a bit of a beer, can't we? Very pleased with the performance, so we can just go back out there. Is everybody healthy? Yep, they're all doing fine, so we don't have to worry about that. Again, my rotation policy, I've basically got two different 11s that play in different styles of game and different key opponents, etc. And so it means that most people are fit. Brilliant clearance there from one of their corner kicks, and Shad nicks it from the defender, goes through on goal. Can he chip the goalkeeper? He does. What a lovely little lob over the top of the goalkeeper into the far corner. It was a brilliant clearance from the defensive end. I'm not quite sure who it was that got the foot in, really. And it was Denilson. He got a foot in, cleared the ball up, bit sort of pump and sort of hit and hope, really. But Shad made the most of it, took it round the side of the player and just lobbed the goalkeeper. Really lovely goal. And that puts us 5-0 up in this second leg. So you can see that consistency of form is we've had some draws recently, but we've got some good style of play happening, and I think we can go quite far in this particular competition, as long as it doesn't impact negatively on our league form. That Gondogdu there with a shot, but it was a little bit of a tame effort from quite a way out, and the goalkeeper collected that with no problems. 70 minutes gone, so we're going to look and see what we can do. I mean, look at these average ratings. They're brilliant. Everybody's doing really well, but we do want to make some changes and keep it fresh a little bit and just maintain the conditioning of our players. So Abando started with a little bit of his conditioning down a little bit. On his match sharpness, so we're going to take him off just to protect him a little bit. Siflidis is down a little bit in terms of his conditioning, so we'll take him off and put Bischler on, and we'll do the same with, what are we going to do? Who do we want to give a run out to? Let's give Petrella a run out up top, just because I think he needs a few goals. Our goals haven't been, our strikers, should I say, haven't been particularly prolific this season. So any time we can give them an opportunity to get a few minutes and try and get a goal is good for their confidence. Hopefully he can do it. But if not, I mean, they've come on, these three players you can see in our squad, and become a bit complacent just because we're so high up in terms of the scoreline. But we've got to finish the game anyway, so we might as well just carry on playing our game and see what we can do. But on this occasion, it's West Ham coming forward down the right-hand side, and we keep a decent shape, though, and just maintain watch on them. We're not diving into challenges, but we're just maintaining shape and moving them around a little bit. And there's a long shot for them, but it goes wide, and the goalkeeper had it covered, I think, and so I wasn't particularly worried by that. And there you go. Final whistle. United City 5, 7 on aggregate. West Ham 0 on aggregate. 7-0 over 2 legs against a Premier League opposition, which is a brilliant result. I'm so happy with that. So we'll go into the team talk and passionately tell them that we're really pleased with that. And that was really special. And we can come out and just get the praise from the media, hopefully, see what they had to say. First leg triumph helps us. Well, yeah, but the second leg was even better. Thank you very much. We won the first knockout round, brilliant. United City to receive 400 and something K, which is brilliant. Denilson was one that they marked out for the performance. I guess it was he got a goal and he created 2 assists. That long ball over the top was one of them. But yeah, brilliant, wasn't he? And pretty much all of them were, really. So yeah, it was a really good win, and I'm ecstatic. And hopefully that will mean that the next few games, as I say, which are important, hopefully we can get some good wins in them and really start to show that we can win this title, which all of a sudden, is getting closer, isn't it? So let's go and have a look in and see exactly which game we're going to play in the next one. I mean, we've got our 2 Europa League knockout games here. So I suspect what we might do is come and fit a game in here in the Europa League, just play a couple of Bundesliga games in the lead up to that, and so come back and show you where we are. And then it will be in this section here. Once we've got a few more points on the table, hopefully in this section here we'll concentrate more on the Bundesliga as we get the run in. So yeah, let's head for the next Europa Cup second leg in the knockout round. Who knows who we'll get drawn against? We'll have to find that out next time. I mean, let's see if I can go through a day or so and see whether it's going to come at this point. I don't know whether it is though. Oh, here we go. Yeah, the draw is coming up. So let's go in and have a look. We'll draw all the teams straight away. Not a faff about. And we get Schalke, another German side. You can see the likes of Dortmund are still in there, and Lyon and Lazio and Tottenham, Arsenal, Sevilla. There's some big sides still left in there, but United City are in with a shout, I would suggest. So yeah, Schalke is going to be the next game in the Europa League, the Euro Cup as it is in Football Manager. So that will be the game that we come back to, the second leg against Schalke. So I will hopefully see you for that one. So if you're enjoying the series, why not subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with the videos. If you enjoyed this particular episode, and I really did, then why not click a like on it and help me get seen by other people. It's really important for the growth of my channel. But until next time, if you're playing Football Manager yourself, I hope you're having a great time doing it. Let me know about your save in the comments below. But yeah, have a great time. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I will see you soon, and bye for now. Thanks very much for watching this episode of the United City Randomiser save. If you enjoyed the video, then why not click on the like button, as that would really help me. If you think you know anyone who would really enjoy my Football Manager content, then feel free to share this with them. But most importantly, if you would like to join my United City here on YouTube, then hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my video releases. If you have anything you want to say about the United City save or the channel itself, then feel free to leave a comment below, but please try and be nice with each other. That'll do for today, so until next time, stay happy and healthy, and I will see you soon.